Hey guys, Angry Monkey here with a different kind of video. It's video game related, but we're talking about print media right now. So I'm sure most of you guys know, but for those who don't, on Friday it was announced that Game Informer has ended. There was a note from Game Informer that says the final level, farewell from Game Informer. After 33 thrilling years of bringing you the latest news, reviews, and insights from the ever-evolving world of gaming, it is with a heavy heart that we announce the closure of Game Informer. From the early days of pixelated adventures to today's immersive virtual realms, we've been honored to share this incredible journey with you, our loyal readers. While our presses may stop, the passion for gaming that we've cultivated together will continue to live on. Thank you for being a part of our epic quest, and may your own gaming adventures never end. So this really came out of left field. So Game Informer is owned by GameStop, and I know a lot of you guys aren't the biggest fans of GameStop. I get it. This is not a bashing GameStop video. But yeah, it sounds like the CEO of GameStop, I think, had something to do with this, where they decided to just end Game Informer. Unfortunately, there was no warning of this. They just basically came in and, oh, we're out of a job now. Game Informer, like the article said, has been around for 33 years. It's 2024, which means they've been around since 1991. Game Informer has been around longer than I have. So what you're seeing here is my stack of Game Informer magazines that I've collected since September of 2010. This right here, for Batman Arkham City, is my very first Game Informer magazine I ever got, and this was September of 2010. Basically right before I turned 18 is when I got this. And I don't have every issue. For some reason, some have gone missing, or they didn't send it to me one month and I didn't catch on. Because I read these for a while, but thanks to college, I kind of fell off of the reading them every month like I wanted to. For one, I don't really have a big attention span for reading anyway. Whether it's something that catches my interest, like gaming news, you would think that that would be my interest. Or even manga, another thing that you would assume would be my interest. I just don't like to read. I just have a short attention span, even if the content is very good. But the thing that I do appreciate about Game Informer is that these are a time capsule. This is recording a month of video game history. Like, you go back and look at this from September of 2010 and see what games are new that month or that year, or the games that are coming out pretty soon, later that year, or later that month, or whatever. Just think about this. It's September of 2010. Video games were still in their 7th generation of game consoles. The Wii was still relevant. The Xbox 360 was still relevant. The PS3 was still relevant. That is how far back these magazines go. And since then, the Wii U has come out. Well, I mean, first, the Wii, the 360, and the PS3 have all, like, ended their life cycles of relevance. The Wii U came out. The Wii U ended its life cycle of relevance. The Xbox One came out. The PS4 came out. They're still relevant, but obviously they've kind of started to fade away because of the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. And now with all the weirdness with the Xbox Series X and S and all that stuff, it's just... And the Switch, obviously, being relevant. It's just so much has happened in these last 14 years of what I have here in Game Informer magazines. I just wanted to spend a few minutes to just talk about Game Informer. Just, like I said, my memories with it, or just how video games have evolved over that time. But most importantly, I would like to go through these with you guys sometime. I don't know, it would be too much of a video to be like, oh, look at this one, and look at that one, and look at that one. Yeah, that would be too much work. But one of the things I would love to do is, I don't know, sometime just go through these magazines one at a time, or something. I have a few other videos on here where I'm going through a Nintendo catalog from 2003 around like Christmas time or whatever. I did that for 2023, and I think 2022 as well. Or I had a 2002, a 2003. I've got a 2005, which I'm going to talk about next year, I guess. Um, but I don't know. Would you guys be interested to go through these, to relive the nostalgia of 14 years ago, and maybe eventually catch up to the modern day, which by that time maybe this, which could possibly be the very last Game Informer magazine, issue 367. This could be the very last Game Informer, because they were 70% done with the next issue when they said, nope, you're done, go home, we're done. I mean, I'd like to see what that looks like, but yeah, this one right here, Dragon Age, could be the last issue. So go to your GameStops right now. I know that certain GameStop locations have a few of their most recent ones. I found a few of these, which most of these I already had, but I think these were the 5 most recent ones. The GameStop I was at yesterday, for some reason, I never had this one. They just never sent it to me. So I was able to get that one, but I remember seeing that one there, I remember seeing this one there, and so this is kind of a scattered video, just something I wanted to throw together real quick to talk about Game Informer real quick. But yeah, Game Informer's done, and it's really sad. I mean, I get it. I completely understand, because we're in a digital future now. Physical media is going away, and people are slowly realizing what that fully means. I mean, yeah, there's going to be ways to play NES games, for example, but there are certain games, like on the Xbox 360 store that just closed last week, or I guess last Monday. Yeah, the 29th. Some of those games we might ever see again. Even some of those games that were on there, their license expired and we can't get those. Like I already mentioned in my 360 store closing video that I wanted to download Call of Duty Classic, which is Call of Duty 1, which was never released physically on console. I wasn't able to get it, even though it was listed on there as a game that you can get. So it's weird. But you can't even go on Game Informer's website and look at old reviews. They all just link to GameStop. Now, I'm hoping that now, since Game Informer's done, maybe somebody out there that has even more magazines than I do has some way to digitally back up every copy of Game Informer, so that way we can relive our childhood. Like I said, these started in 1991, so think about that. That's Super Nintendo era, and the NES was still a thing for a while when Game Informer was around. So just imagine reading through some of those old magazines from the 90s or the 2000s or the 10s, whatever era you got started with. There's so much nostalgia, I bet, for you guys in some of those. Like this one here. When did this one come out? August of 2014. This is 10 years ago this month. Talking about Battleborn. Just, like I said, it's just crazy. All the memories that are tied to some of these video games, and a printed service. Like I said, I get it. We're in a digital age. Technology is evolving so quick that we're not going to look at magazines, because we can just go online and be like, oh, show me a YouTube review of X game or whatever that just came out last week. I want to know if I want to buy it or not. I mean, yeah, back in the old days, this is how you would see if this is a game that interests you, is through Nintendo Power or Game Informer, or I don't know what other magazines were around in that time and still around. I don't know. But it's just the end of an era, I guess. So this is just kind of me rambling on for a few minutes talking about Game Informer. Yeah, it's just crazy to think. I mean, honestly, I thought this was going to be the last one. I think this is January. It doesn't say. It just says issue 362. But I thought this was going to be the last one. Yeah, it doesn't say. Yeah, anyway, I thought that was going to be the last one, and they're like, no, we're still here, just we're going to cut down on the print production, and we'll just do digital for a while. Those who still want print, they're still going to be there. So I had to buy a few copies of magazines from GameStop, but now it actually is officially done. Just like I said, just the end of an era. It's sad, but I'm not surprised. I mean, I guess I'm surprised that it happened the way it did, or as quickly as it did, just like that, and it's done. Not like a 30-day warning of, hey, sorry guys, this will be the last ever Game Informer magazine. We're having to close our doors. None of that. Just oh, we're done. I could be wrong on some of this data. I'm just going from what other YouTubers have said about this and the little letter I shared with you guys. Yeah, but all I know is that it's over. This might be the last one. Maybe they'll be able to finish, since they're 70% done, maybe they'll be able to finish that one, and that would be the last one. I don't know, but yeah, just wanted to talk about that. So what about you guys? Do you guys remember Game Informer? Did you grow up with this? Was this helpful for you guys? Or are you just kind of like me, where it's like, this is just a really cool way to capture a moment in time? I don't know. But post all those in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified when another video game, most likely, video comes out. I mean, we're still going through Mario Party 4, so that'll probably be the next thing you guys see. Unless you want to go back and watch an older video, which I've got over 1,000 videos for you to check out. And like I said, if you guys want to see me go through some of these old magazines, I'll probably go in some kind of order, like maybe starting with my September 2010 and slowly make my way up to current or whatever. But if that interests you, let me know, because I would love to go through some of these old magazines, the memories or some of the games, or just see what games were new, because it's a different era now. I mean, we're, like I said, Wii era, 360 era, like 2010, like I had just graduated high school a few months earlier. Like, that's how old some of these are. But there's still a lot of memories, a lot of nostalgia tied to some of this, even if it is still like my teenage years, early adult years, whatever. There's still a lot of memories tied to this. I rambled on. I already had the please like, subscribe, all that stuff. I also have a Facebook. I've got an Instagram. I've got a Discord, so you can follow me on all those, especially the Discord. That's the most fun. I'm very active on Discord, where we talk about video games, anime, Pokemon, post memes, talk about nostalgia, whether it's this kind of nostalgia or old McDonald's toys or old Nickelodeon cartoons or whatever. Just a lot of fun stuff like that. So just say you want to join the Discord, I'll be like, cool, here's an invite. We could have fun, hang out, nerd out. And, yeah, I guess that's all I really have to say. So, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Like I said, subscribe. Let me know if you're interested in me going through these. Goodbye.